Every team needs its hard hitter. The Justice League has Superman, the X-Men has Colossus, and Night Raid has Blue.
But here we ignore all of that to bring you a totally reasonable and not at all curbstomey fight. Xiao Long, the buxom brawler of Team RWBY.
And Bruce Banner, aka the Incredible Hulk.
He's now with an boomstick!
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills. Find out who to win a no battle.
The world of Remnant is a crazy fucking place. From the way over the top action or ridiculous scenarios, it's just got a place for me.
But it's far from perfect. Enter the grim, dark beasts of anonymity that strive to destroy humanity itself.
Then enter the huntsmen and huntresses who trained for years to combat these grim with all their might, including today's character, Xiao Long.
To be clear, we'll be using pre-time skip Yang. As for RWBY Volume 4 and beyond, it hasn't shown us enough for Yang to make any possible estimations for her power. So yeah.
Xiao Long is a strong, fast, and tough as fuck fighter. She's adept at taking out opponents in both single combat, 2-on-1 combat, or even entire hordes on one combat.
But let's talk history. Xiao Long was born a child of Raven Brahmin and Taiyang Xiao Long. Not too long after Raven left, Summer Rose topped onto the child train and out popped our little protagonist Ruby Rose. Xiao Long was always the energetic and badass big sis to RWBY, and lived for adventure itself.
Of course, one must mention her large,
Hey, don't go there. Don't talk about my Yang's eyes and they were too large and deformed.
What? No, I was talking about her giant boobs.
Excuse me?
Away from her physical attributes, let's talk about her physical attributes.
Wow.
Yang is exceptionally strong, easily the strongest on her team and rivaled only by Nora Valkyrie.
Yang is strong enough to lift and move a speaker so heavy that it shakes the ground when placed down. Can punch a fully grown man across the nightclub and held open the jaw of a giant Nevermore just with one arm.
And she can even punch a watermelon so hard that it explodes, which requires roughly 19,062.5 kilograms per cubic meter to burst.
She's also fast enough to keep up with Mercury Black in a fight, and Mercury later showed himself to be fast enough to tag Ruby Rose.
Let's go on to durability. Yang is tough enough to survive a fall at terminal velocity, and getting smashed straight through a 4-foot pillar. And then she got out to punch a thing that smacked it through her so hard that it just fell to pieces.
She wields the Ember Celica, a pair of dual-range shot gauntlets that transform bracelets into a pair of gauntlets that increase her punching strength, and can also fire rounds of kinetic energy that are powered by dust.
Dust? She shoots fucking dust bunnies?
What? No, the fictional power source.
Oh, so she entered the realm of the Golden Compass and took dust from there.
Just shut up and listen, bitch. Yang's gauntlets release bursts of raw kinetic energy with every hit, releasing a flash of light that resembles fire and knocks people back large distances. She can also fire these out as kinetic projectiles that explode on contact.
These gauntlets are so strong that Yang can punch the ground of a nightclub so hard that it creates waves across the surface. How the fuck does that work?
Yang doesn't just use them for combat, however. She can also use them to propel herself great distances, and if given enough momentum, can even fly with them.
These flashy gauntlets aren't all that Yang's packing. We haven't even mentioned her semblance.
All huntsmen and huntresses possess and have control over their aura, and grants a minor healing factor.
But a more tangible form of this aura is called a semblance, and Yang's is fucking insane. When taking hits, it builds up kinetic energy within her that gradually increases her strength. After taking only 2 hits from his mech thing, Yang managed to reel around and punch the fire to pieces. While having no defined limit, it's quite like she does have a finite limit. What that limit is though, we don't know.
Yang's semblance doesn't protect her though, and proved useless in her really bad loss to Neapolitan.
But against someone who just hits her, she'll absorb all that energy.
That is, unless she is knocked out. She can still be knocked out and even killed despite her semblance. But that's not her only weakness. In her fight with Adam Taurus, his moon slice effortlessly cut her arm off. While we could assume that it's because he absorbs dust or had the time to charge, he only absorbed the one shot from Blake Belladonna's Bramble Shroud, and has no time at all to charge. This implies either Yang's aura isn't as resistant to slicing or precise impacts as opposed to pure blunt force, or Yang's own momentum was so strong that when her arm met with something, it broke apart.
There's also her temper. While it can be helpful, it can also be harmful. It almost caused her to lose when fighting Ninja Nyan Cat over here, and only after coming to her senses did she use it to her advantage.
With Yang, getting her angry is a double-edged sword. On one hand, she becomes a reckless and loses skill. Okay, a reckless, but whatever, making her attacks very predictable. On the other side, she can become so angry that she punches you straight through trees or out of ability.
Speaking of skill, Yang is quite skilled. She took down an entire nightclub of people, took down Flint, Cole, and Yanka at the same time, and can hold off several Grimm at once with no issue. She managed to continue fighting after spending days on end fighting up Grimm with little rest, and is able to take down Lyran as if he was just a fly.
Unfortunately, my babe Yang isn't perfect, but she's still pretty damn good. Don't pick a fight unless you want to be punched out, ha! Nintendo reference, baby!
God damn it!
Why did you choose this line of work?
Huh? Well, to fight monsters and save...
Oh, that is what you do. I want to know why you do it. The honest reason as to why you want to be a huntress.
The honest reason? I'm a thrill seeker. I want to travel around the world and get wrapped up in as many crazy adventures as I can. And if I help people along the way, then that's even better. It's a win-win, you know?
The Incredible Hulk, the giant green muscle monster himself. He may be big now, but what was he before? Well,
Robert Bruce Banner was born in Ohio, and the child of an alcoholic father who really hated him. The only love he got was from his mother, which only made it worse when she died. He eventually created a split personality and only found joy in with his cousin.
he became a nuclear physicist after building a dud bomb and getting expelled from his school. Yeah, he was in charge of supervising the trial of an experimental gamma bomb when an ignorant teenager rushed into the testing field. Bruce selflessly rushed in to save this Rick Jones.
That guy became A-Bomb.
But Bruce was irradiated by the gamma energy and would transform into the Grey Hulk at sunset, reverting back at dawn. I know it's boring. But eventually, he would transform when a release of adrenaline was intensely released. The Hulk possessed little of Banner's original memory or intelligence, and don't overestimate this, is easily angered.
Hulk made a multitude of enemies, but after destroying the alien Metal Master, people are just kind of okay with him. He also became a founding member of the Avengers, alongside Iron Man, Thor, and Wasp.
Why fucking Wasp?
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, exactly. Standing at 8 feet tall and weighing in at 1,400 pounds, the Hulk is a massive green monster of pure blind rage.
He has superhuman strength, speed, durability, regeneration, and so on. He can lift a train, an entire castle, a 40-ton tanker, a 150 billion-ton mountain that's so heavy not even Yoko can go holding up a small portion of it.
He casually threw the massive Fing Fang Foom onto the moon, pulled tectonic plates together, and threw a gem into the very core of a planet.
He can forcefully fashion a prison out of adamantium, overpower a leader after he copied Hulk's strength, shrugged off attacks on both Namor and the Silver Surfer, tore open the side of a mountain base, hammered a giant landmass downward despite being supported by giant pillars, broke through an asteroid right side of Earth, dented the pure adamantium armor of Ultron, punched the Wolverine from New York to Boston with one hit, pounded Phoenix Ember Frost through an island into the ocean, knocked back the immovable Blob, has catastrophic thunderclap underwater, sent Hercules flying, and clapped Dormammu's head to snuffness.
Yeah, that was a mouthful. He is tough enough to survive Ares' spear to the point where it breaks on contact. Has eyeballs so tough that not even arrows can pierce them. Tanks a speeding train to the face. Only fell a slight inch after a half-ton wrecking ball smacked the back of his head. Was unharmed after falling from orbit. Pressure points are so tough that Temujin can't use them against him. Barely feels the magma of Sakaar, and tanks Human Torch's Nova Blast, which is really fucking hot.
He shrugged off Ghost Rider's Mystic Hellfire, as well as Iceman's Ice. He shrugged off blasts that took down both Doctor Strange and Namor, survived the blast of Galactus, and we know how strong he is, and even freed himself from telepathy.
Ha! He has been described with lightning-fast reflexes. It is so fast that even the Amazing Spider-Man could only evade him for so long. Can swim at over 90 miles per hour, blocked a point-blank ambush from Wolverine out of all people. His super leap has been measured at 473 miles per hour, and he even leapt into outer space.
His healing factor is so extreme that he was unaffected by being impaled, and healed from being stabbed in moments.
He left for 24 hours straight without getting fatigued, raining down 3,000 blows onto a mystic barrier for 15 minutes without getting tired.
He fought against Thor in a wrestling match for an entire hour, and spent 3 weeks on a frigate with nothing to eat.
Eat your heart out, Lance Armstrong. What? He basically has no weaknesses beyond just being stupid. Well, that and puppies.
What?
Yeah, the best way to beat the Hulk there is to take him down before he gets angry. Enough to take you out.
Very simply, don't piss off the Hulk. You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
Hulk! Smash!
The weapons are ready and the combatants are set. Let's end this very this really fair debate once and for all.
It's time for another battle!
Oh my, a new video from Screw Attack. Ooh, Riz versus Boomstick Death Battle. That sounds...
You make Hulk angry. Yeah! Smash! What? Yeah!
This one's mine.
Fight! Out of way! One more! Hulk crush you!
Gee, what a shock!
Well, the fight was close.
Close? What is wrong with you? Why would you suggest this fight? Where did you find it?
Well, I went to 4chan, they didn't have it there. I went to Wikipedia, only found out about the table and chair, whoops, and yeah, then I kinda went to the internet. Wait, fuck, that's not a website. Basically, Reddit.
Oh god. Anyway, this battle just wasn't fair at all.
Oh, you think?
Each feat Yang had, Hulk had, but better. Yang can punch a man across a nightclub, Hulk can punch a man across states. Yang can lift a large speaker, Hulk can lift a large mountain.
Well, okay, Hulk's stronger, but what about speed?
Yang can tag Mercury, Hulk can tag Spider-Man.
Well, of course, durability.
Hey, Yang took hits from his mech, and Hulk took hits from Thor.
Well, how about this? Hulk is stupid and not skilled yet. Yang is very smart and very skilled.
But skill doesn't matter if you can't even hurt the guy you're fighting.
This is basically another fantasy.
Yang's victory was a hopeless dream.
You know what? The winner is the Incredible Hulk.
Next time on Not Death Battle!
Genius. Hi, I'm Michael Bay, director of Hollywood hits such as Transformers, and I demand things to be awesome. Bingo.
Hi, I'm Derek Savage of Cool Cat Productions. Copyright infringement is not a game. Well, it's fair use. That's when somebody's comment was on the YouTube page or on the Yahoo page. It is against the law and you are stealing from somebody, and only scumbags steal from somebody. That's plain and simple. Now, I am not going to mention any names of anybody's websites out there.
All those fuckers, what the fuckers mouth in an SNC! Gesamte Generalität ist nichts weiter als ein Haufen niederträchtiger, treuloser Feiglinge! Mein Führer, ich kann nicht zulassen, dass die Soldaten, die für Sie verbringen... Nicht als Feiglinge! Verreiter, Versager! Mein Führer, was Sie da sagen, ist ungeheuerlich! Sie nennen sich Generale, weil Sie Jahre auf mich... Was Sie da sagen, ist ungeheuerlich! Sie ist ohne Ehre!
Und im Osten ist der Feind bis zur Linie Lichtenberg-Marsdorf, Karlshorst gelangt.
Was Sie da sagen, ist ungeheuerlich. Die Generalität ist das Geschmolz des deutschen Volkes. Sie ist ohne Ehre. Aber wenn Sie, meine Herren, glauben, dass ich deswegen Berlin verlasse, irren Sie sich gewaltig. Eher jage ich mir eine Kugel durch den Kopf. Das war ein Befehl!